No.
Okay.
I can let me have. I can put it for
Oh wait. Yeah. We need the rings. Are the rings in your bag? Okay.
Yeah, you might need those.
Should I take them out of the case or?
I did. Just let me have the ring.
This is
Yeah.
mine,
Okay.
and this is hers. I'll put these back with her.
I'm sorry.
We're live.
All right.
Okay, great.
Let me turn some of the stuff down and make it quieter.
I saw the live stream. Man, it looks great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just say hi to everybody at home. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Where's home?
Maryland, Silver Spring, Maryland.
That's
Yeah.
not far away.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I went there in high school.
Oh yeah. So did Captain Hound.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went up with the class. And we did like hula shows all over Baltimore and
Yeah.
Georgetown.
Yeah.
Better.
What's that? Give her a little kiss, it's okay. Honey, you can stand right here and
Okay.
face out towards the camera.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we like to begin things with one of our Hawaiian customs. Hawaiians always gave gifts at the time of the wedding. So one of the ways they would get a gift, because back then there was no Target, Walmart. They would go to the forest and collect flowers. So each of you will start with Chris, with Melissa, her name. She gets a little kiss with it, matching her hakure. And honey, I'll hold this for you.
Oh, thank you.
And give this to Chris.
Thank you.
And now we're going to sound the conch shell. And the Hawaiians would always blow the shell before any sacred event to drive away any ill spirits and to usher in everything divine. The Hawaiians were essentially, these are polytheistic. Much like the Greeks and Romans, they would see God, his divinity, through nature. So they would speak of like the god of the moon, the god of the sun, the god of the wind, the god of the ocean. The goddesses also, Pele, Madame Pele, she's in charge of all the volcanic activities. She's got a temper, so sometimes she, actually, because you've seen her on the mainland, yeah? You're seeing all the volcanic activity that we've had here recently?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
we were just...
We've seen it on the news,
We've
but
seen it on
not.
the news. Yeah.
Yeah, it's made international.
Oh, yeah.
All over the world talking about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is how they would perceive divinity. And probably all of us as children who kind of in nature kind of feel something divine. So anyway, we're going to blow the shell 3 times. This is the Hawaiians' way of begging, beseeching, supplicating, and propitiating all the divine energies to be present. We always blow the shell 3 times. The first 2 sounds are short. The third is long, sustained tone, which symbolizes long life and long relationship. So we will blow it as long as we can on the third one. And the Hawaiians have maintained, as in other cultures, that if we can blow an inhumanly long note on the third one, they would say that the gods were very pleased and the relationship would last a long time. Maybe like way beyond this lifetime.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
You know, it could have actually been before this lifetime. Because you found each other quite young in life, and it sure feels healthy to me, and we're just getting started here. So, anyway, you know the word aloha. Let me hear that.
Aloha.
And again.
Aloha.
One more.
Aloha.
Ah means breath. Means the breath of life. So, try to send me some air on the third, and see if this third one is beyond human. Okay? Here we go. By the way, it takes a lot of air to blow the shell. And I'm skinny like that. There you go. But I'm from Pikesville, so it gives me an extra wind.
Very nice.
Very good.
We're Christian, we are standing together this beautiful afternoon here in the Hawaiian Islands on the 21st day of October of the year 2018, and a half a world away from Silver Spring, Maryland, a half a world away, and it's at about 12 hours of flying time, more or less.
Something like
13,
that.
yeah.
We've come about 5,000 miles across the continental U.S. and the Pacific Ocean, which has brought you to a place on Earth that anywhere you go, you mention Hawaii, it's like synonymous with heaven. And it really is like that. Once you get out of Waikiki. They said that's a LA suburb. Yeah, once you come over the hill, come over the mountain, or come around by the coast, you begin to see this magnificent splendor. And I think regardless of anyone's religious or spiritual ideologies or persuasion, how can you not feel some presence of God in some way, shape, or form? I mean, this is really how God created the planet before man started kind of screwing it up everywhere. But here in Hawaii, it's actually quite unspoiled. The ocean is crystal clear. Our drinking water is so pure. From the coldest part, the most frigid part of our winter, to the hottest part of our summer, only varies 8 degrees on average. So like our home, no heat or air conditioning. The warmest thing I own is a sweater. And yeah, all year it's balmy. Here we are in a tropical garden with so many botanicals. We'd be here all night to try to name them all. Beautiful palms, and mango trees, and papayas, so many types of flowers. A backdrop with a lovely little cascading waterfall. And in this very inspired setting, we're now going to perform a sacred ceremony of matrimony, where the two of you are going to join heart and soul in the most cherished and sacred relationship of husband and wife. And for about 2 years now, we've been sharing the greatest joy known to mankind, love. And face it, we're all about love, isn't it?
Yeah.
When we came to the world, remember or not, with our first breath, where's love? All ready for love, to receive love, to give love. And if we're fortunate, there's a mommy there. And right away, boy, that jump starts that love. And then our whole life becomes a journey to taste the infinite varieties of love. Mommy, daddy, same sweetness for mommy, different flavor. They're all good, like ice cream, aren't they all good? I mean, you don't quit if you start with vanilla. You're not going to quit there, are you? You go on the chocolate, strawberry, and butter pecan, and why we've got mango and lychee ice cream, and banana. So it's like that. Mommy, daddy, brothers, sisters, grandma, grandpa. We were talking earlier when we were first chatting about your kitties. Yeah. Aren't they capable of love? So love comes in such an infinite variety. Yes, animals are often very much part of the family. I always feel that a young child that's in a healthy family smothered with love is so satisfying. But there's a point in life we all reach. Help me out, Chris. Somewhere between when we were boys and we were men, this weird thought came in our mind. Where is the love of my life to protect, to provide for, and to cherish? Yeah? Out of nowhere. I thought it was so weird, I didn't tell a soul. But, Chris, I think that young maidens are way ahead of us. Long before womanhood enriches their lives, they're already thinking, all right? Where the heck is Prince Charming? When's he going to be arriving on his white horse to take me away, yeah? Who would think that white horse would come from Frostburn? Coming out of the hills. Yes. You never know where our love will come from. But if we're fortunate enough to find that amorous love in life, then what more does this world have to offer? I was just watching the news last night. They were talking about this big mega lottery. There's no gambling in Hawaii, so there's no lottery. We just like read about it or see it on TV. But there's a lottery now that's like over $1 billion. I don't even know how many zeros are in $1 billion. But I just know it's a whole lot of money. I can't even think of what it is. And there's big long lines, and people are like, why not me? They know their chances are somewhere between 0 and nil, but just the thought of maybe getting that. But what you have is so much more valuable. I mean, suppose we could get that lottery ticket for you today and have you go your separate ways. Deal?
No.
Well, it's going to get over $1 billion. Deal?
Nope.
You sure?
I'm sure.
So what you've got is really of the greatest magnitude of wealth. And it's always my thought that if you want to know how wealthy someone is, the last place we need to look is their bank account. We want to look in their hearts and see what we have that money can't buy. And that is really wealth. So you're already a billionaire.
Sure.
That's right.
Now, if you had $1 billion, the first thing we would have to think of is how to manage that money to keep it safe. You're not going to stick it under your mattress, or if you got an email from someone in Somalia or something, right? You're not going to respond, right? So, because it's got to be protected. You want it well invested. So in the same way with love, which is the most valuable thing, we cannot be haphazard about love. We have to think how to protect my love. And by the way, what are we talking about? I'm not sure if you're with me, so I'm gonna break through here and say something you probably never heard at a wedding before, but I got to make sure we're together on this one. This is almost a no-no, but I want to make sure you're on board.
Okay.
The vast majority of lovers that have in their possession what the two of you have, this priceless treasure of love. The vast majority, at some point, they drop it and never recover it. unless it's different in Maryland. But we can always Google it if we have to. We have a computer inside. We can go check. The vast majority, at some point, the treasure's lost. So that's what this is all about today. So what is it? What is that nemesis that destroys so many marriages? I think the answer is clearly mentioned in practically all weddings, but I don't think it's emphasized or even really expressed in a way that we can really understand it. And that's when they talk about, for someone very, very wise, perhaps generations and generations ago, so far back in antiquity, we can't trace out the Genesis. But someone said these words, and tell me if this sounds familiar. Good times, bad times, sickness, health, for richer, for poor, for better, for worse, or some variation. And we have an idea what it means. It's not always going to be easy. Now, 2 years, that's a very healthy, proper amount of time to proceed coming to the altar of marriage. So in 2 years, or maybe there's just a few little ups and downs, I don't know, or maybe it's in perfectly smooth sailing. Pretty smooth?
I'd say
Very
so.
smooth,
Yeah.
But can we at least entertain the thought that they'll probably be on this long journey? It's like you've been sailing in pretty good weather, you know, you've been sailing ideal conditions, harbor, intercoastal, and now we're heading out to the big sea. Whole life, and perhaps lives beyond this one. Now, chances are, sooner or later, you're going to hit some ups and downs. Now, the biggest down, which is normal, is that at some juncture along the way, just like sailing. I used to sail a lot in Chesapeake Bay in Maryland and grew up in the bay. We had a home in Pikesville, but we had a home right on the water in Chesapeake. And one thing we know that if you've ever been out to sea a lot, sooner or later you're going to hit a storm or storms, and you'll hit some storms that will just take your breath away and take your appetite away. So love, when we hit these storms, sooner or later, the breath that gets taken away, or the appetite, is the feeling of love. That can happen. Otherwise, you know how you just said you wouldn't take the lottery ticket? Any couple in love would tell you that. But at the same time, they go away for free.
Right.
No, not for free. The opposite. Big divorce things and broken hearts, and it's a mess. So, what is it that can get us through the storm if we lose the feeling of love, which is normal? By the way, it doesn't mean the love is gone. It means we're not feeling it, like in a storm. That we say in the world of mariners, there's a silver lining in the storms. Because they say that smooth seas do not make seasoned sailors. Fair weather lovers are a dime a dozen, but the lovers that weather out the storm. So what gets us through the storm really is not the love, but the commitment. The commitment. That, in one sense, is higher than or we can say more stable than the love. So today is the day you're going to make the most important commitment you're ever going to make in this relationship, probably in your entire life. And that is that no matter how challenging the situations may come in your lives, you're always going to remember back to the day you stood here in this beautiful place in paradise. And you committed, and you will never, ever, ever separate. Now again, the silver lining. You make it through that storm. You batten down those hatches. Hold fast to that helm and stay the course. When you pass that storm, your love is going to be greater than it ever was before. Even if it seemed like it was dead. For example, if I were to come and visit you guys, Silver Spring, in the dead of winter, God forbid, but if I were to come back in the wintertime and visit, if we went for a walk in the forest, I would probably say, Chris, Melissa, what happened? The trees have all died. Why don't we cut them down and sell them for lumber or firewood? But you would say, Captain Howie, they're very much alive. Don't you remember winter? And if we're patient, they're alive, but if we're patient, they're going to come back bigger than they ever were, broader than they ever were, more leaves, more flowers, more fruits than ever before. We've just got to weather out that dormant season. and that's true enough. Now the rings that you're going to wear from this day forward, which are beautiful rings. These rings, that you're going to look great wearing them, classy. But most importantly, these rings, every time you see these rings, I'd like these rings to remind you of the promise you made today that under no circumstance will we ever separate. Now, how many times a day are you going to see these rings? All day long. So if it's going from your mind, eventually it's going to go to your heart. And if this commitment is firmly established from this day forward in your heart, that under no circumstances will we separate. And we can assure you both, nothing is ever going to come between you. And you will always remain in the truest sense of the word, happily married. Ever after. So you have something to share with one another, yeah? I'll take your bouquet, honey. Who'd like to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Oh, this is yours. Melissa. Oh,
No,
okay. Since the day we first met, I've been a transformed human being. From that day on, my life has felt renewed with a promise and a light that I'd never known before. When we first started dating, I tried to focus on not doing all the many things I thought I could do to screw things up.
no.
But very quickly I realized it wasn't necessary because I had a feeling, I knew that our love would only deepen and grow throughout the years, throughout our entire lives. And that I had found the kind of partner that I had never dreamed I'd meet. You're my brilliant, funny, righteous, and gorgeous girl. And I will love and cherish you with all my heart, always. Oh, here's yours.
Thank you. Chris, it's too fitting for us to be married in a place as beautiful as this, because your love is the most beautiful thing that I have ever experienced. I never thought I would be so blessed as to marry someone as special as you, someone who's my soulmate. When I think about your brilliance, your kind spirit, your generosity, your sense of humor, and your sweet, sweet nature, I wonder how I could have been so lucky to have you as my partner. You are and will always be the great love of my life. And becoming your wife fills me with joy that I never thought possible. I love you.
So we have a few other little additions here. More gifts. This is a gift that the Hawaiians would collect from the seashore.
Oh, wow.
These are little, we call puka shells.
Beautiful.
And they take forever to string them together. And you can keep them forever, your whole lives. So you're going to give this to Michelle, and she gets a little kiss.
Oh,
There we go.
there we go.
Honey, these are kukui nuts. Our state tree is the kukui nut tree, also called the candle nut tree. We burn these nuts, the Hawaiians, for light at night. So to bring light into your lives, you're going to give this. This also will last your whole life and beyond. And we're going to, this is sand from Angels Bay Beach. It's right across the street. You can throw a frisbee to it from here. We're each going to pour some sand into here.
We
Go
go
first.
together? Okay.
Yep. And drop those little bags in. Now we want you to face each other and join hands. Fake prophet. Real prophet. Cleaning hands. And as you make your sacred vows, I want you to open your hearts wide open and speak in your heart's innermost chambers as you repeat. Beginning with Chris.
I, Chris,
Take you, Melissa,
take you, Melissa,
as my wedded wife.
as my wedded wife.
I promise to always love you,
I promise to always love you,
remain faithful to you,
remain faithful to you,
and I promise to embrace
and I promise to embrace
every opportunity
every opportunity
that life presents
that life presents
to strengthen
and
and expand
my love.
And Chris, as you put Melissa's ring upon her finger, we'd like you to say this wedding ring
This wedding ring
symbolizes
symbolizes
my unconditional commitment
my unconditional commitment
to you.
to you.
And honey, we'd also like you to say this wedding ring
symbolizes
my unconditional commitment
to you.
So at this time, it is our great pleasure and honor with the blessings of all of your family and friends and well wishes, and most importantly, everything divine. We now pronounce you as husband and wife, taking a kiss of beautiful bride, and now the blessing of Hula, which is a very spiritual dance, supplicating the gods, the Hawaiian gods, to come and be with us and bless your marriage.
I can hear my heart singing. Bells will be ringing. This is the moment. A lone heart. I will love you longer and forever. Promise me that you will leave me never. Now that we are one, clouds won't hide the sun. Blue skies of Hawaii smile on this your wedding day. I do love you with all my
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh.
Anything special that you want to say to the folks back home?
Aloha.
Hi,
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Joe and Matt. Thanks for watching.
Hi, everybody.
Love you guys so much. Yeah.
But tonight you belong to me. Although you're apart, you're part of my heart. But tonight you belong. That you could be gone, but tonight you belong to me. But tonight you belong to me. Just a little.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to go over and do your cake cutting and your toast.
Great.
Awesome.
Okay.
So we're just going to go this way.
Alrighty.
Guys, I think that was a really good live stream.
Great.
If you hear any feedback, you can text me and let me know.
Okay.